The University of Maine System is pleased to present this short video on preventing duplicate IDs in MaineStreet. If you create student or employee records in our student administration system, PeopleSoft MaineStreet, this important information is for you. What are duplicate IDs? Duplicate IDs are created by employees entering a student or staff person into MaineStreet and issuing them a new employee ID without realizing they already have one assigned to them. Duplicate IDs have been an existing issue since the implementation of PeopleSoft MaineStreet within the University of Maine system. It is the goal of this video and its accompanying instructional webpage to reduce the number of duplicates that are created in the first place. Student IDs and employee IDs are known collectively as employee IDs or EMPL IDs in MaineStreet. Duplicates cause hours of dreary cleanup work. Throughout the years, more than 11,000 duplicate IDs have been reported, 6,000 of which have been cleaned up and deleted over the last decade. When duplicate IDs are not discovered early, they can lead to errors and delays in service, such as an inability to register for classes, pay fees, receive financial aid or refunds, credits being incorrectly tracked toward graduation, missed communications, and missed opportunities for the student, employee, and for the institutions. For all these reasons, we expect that you treat your responsibility of creating IDs with the utmost care. This video and the accompanying step-by-step instructional webpage will show you best practices for using the tools available to you, as well as tips from those who are most experienced at creating EMPL IDs and who use these procedures before every new ID is created. So, how do these duplicate IDs occur? New person records are created in MaineStreet in the Campus Solutions student database as prospects, applicants, quick admits, and as non-student persons. Additionally, new person records are created in the Human Resources database for new employees. These records then populate the Campus Solutions database. If there is any indication that the person is or was an employee or a student, they will already have an EMPL ID. Duplicates occur for a variety of reasons, both with students and with staff. For example, when students are applying to multiple institutions, when students are enrolling in non-degree programs, and when former students become employees, and vice versa. If a thorough search match isn't performed and an individual is not identified as already having an existing EMPL ID in MaineStreet, a new EMPL ID and possible duplicate is created. Many duplicates are created because nicknames are used or the person exists under a former name. This is where email and physical addresses, national IDs, and dates of birth are helpful in determining if the person already has an EMPL ID. The good news is that there are ways to mitigate duplicate ID creation using Search Match, a tool within MaineStreet which enables you to determine if a person already exists in the database. Let's run through an example together. The very first step is to navigate to the Campus Solutions Search Match page and create a saved search which you will bring up every time you run Search Match. From your My Campus portal, select the MaineStreet icon in the Launchpad. Choose Enterprise Applications and this Campus Solutions 9.2 Production Database. This will lead you to your home page, which will likely look different than mine. However, the next step is the same. Open the navigation bar and choose Navigator, Campus Community, Personal Information Student, and finally Search Match. This will bring you to the Search Match page. Since all of your searches will be for a person, the most efficient way to proceed is to save the relevant search parameters. After you save them, you need only enter the person's information the next time you return to perform a search match. Start by clicking on the Search Type field drop-down menu and choosing Person. To locate a person in the database, always choose the search type of person. The applicant search type is for human resources use only. Just below that, in the Search Parameter field, click on the magnifying glass to open the Lookup dialog box for Search Parameter and choose UMS Online, third from the bottom. The dialog box disappears. Now you can click on Save Search Criteria at the bottom. You are then prompted to save the search. In the Name of Search field, type Person or something similar. so that you will know this is the saved search to use when searching for a person. Click the yellow Save button at the bottom. Click on Return to Advanced Search to continue. This brings you back to the search match page where you will see that the search type and search parameter are now filled in. Click on the yellow Search button. Click the default search result code link in the search result rule box at the top of the page, and click the magnifying glass next to the search result code box to open the pop-up window. Select the UMS_pers_result option at the bottom of the list. This will close the pop-up window. Click the yellow OK button. You now have a saved search. Whenever you navigate to the search match page, simply select Person in the Use Saved Search box. When performing a search match, a very natural temptation is to enter as much information as you know about the person so you can make sure the name returned is really the one you want. Despite being intuitive, it is not the best way to proceed. In this case, less is more. You want to enter as little as you can to get a manageable list returned for your review. In the example here, we have entered the date of birth and the first few letters of the last and first names of the fictional person for whom we are searching, Howard Clybourne. When you do get a list of possible matches, examine them carefully to see if you have the correct one, and to see if there are two correct matches, that is, an already existing duplicate that needs to be reported before it gets worse. This is when you can call into play the other data, such as address and date of birth, that you may know about a person. This takes extra time and care, but will speed up with practice as you become more familiar with how search match works. This search resulted in a number of results and 3 IDs found. But when we look for unique identifiers, we also see that there are only 2 addresses, 2 individuals, 3 IDs. Both IDs for Howard Clybourne are the same, and all of the information displayed matches. However, it appears that the information for Howard Clybourne contains 2 IDs, so not only is this person already in MaineStreet, they have been entered twice and assigned 2 EMPL IDs. Although you would have picked up at least one record if you had entered Howard instead of only How, you would not have picked up the Howie record and would have missed the duplicate IDs. This is merely one example of how less is more. If no results are returned, do not be too quick to assume you need to add a new record. Try another search. There are additional examples and pro tips on the accompanying instructional web page to help you become more familiar with the best way to perform a person search. We've walked through one example for preventing duplicate IDs together, but that is only scratching the surface of all of the potential anomalies you can run up against. Before you proceed on your own, it is critical that you visit our webpage for more information, pro tips, and best practices. There are many variables to consider: hyphenated names, names where the first and last names appear interchangeable, and even errors in the data. We cover a number of the scenarios there. You will also find the step-by-step version of the instructions you've seen here to set up, save, and execute a person search using Search Match. Bookmark the website and return there each time you perform a search. Follow the Preventing Duplicate IDs in MaineStreet link in this module to get started, and thank you for your attention to this important and easily preventable data issue.